At this stop, Rees came to the Yingxian wooden pagoda in Shanxi, which is known as the Dougong or Interlocking Brackets Museum of Chinese Ancient Architecture. Rees was deeply shocked when he stood in front of it. There's a precious bronze artifact in Shanxi Museum that spans over thousands of years of history and carries the profound Jin culture. It is the most treasured possession of Shanxi Museum, the bird-shaped Zun vessel of the Marquis of Jin State. Hello and welcome to Exploring Shanxi. I'm Huang Aiping. At this stop, Rees came to the Yingxian wooden pagoda in Shanxi, which is known as the Dougong or Interlocking Brackets Museum of Chinese Ancient Architecture. As the tallest and oldest existing wooden pagoda in the world, it was built without the use of a single iron nail, using only the mortise and tenon structure of ancient Chinese architecture. Rees was deeply shocked when he stood in front of it.
My name's Rees and where I'm from in the UK. In the UK, everybody would be familiar with the Rubik's Cube and the many different variations of it that exist. But Chinese people would be much more familiar with this, the Luban lock. In fact, this is much older than the Rubik's Cube. It's been around for about 2,000 years, and I'm really curious about the secret to its longevity. At Taoyuan University of Technology, I quickly found a professor to help me with the lock.
瑞士鲁班锁呢，它有它的一个内部的结构，我们尝试去把它打开来看，把这个木结构呢，通过榫卯把它咬合在一起，形成了一个完整的一个结构体系。你们觉得让瑞士去理解榫卯难不难？有难度吗？这个和我们这个斗拱呢是类似的。斗拱呢是我们中国传统建筑里头非常重要的一个构件，我们可以去看一看应县木塔。
Professor Xu's just told me that here in Shanxi there's a tower entirely made of wood. So let's go and have a look. Yingxian Wooden Tower stands at 67 meters tall, equivalent to a modern 23-story building. And this makes it both the tallest and oldest wooden tower in the world. There are a total of 480 arches, comprising 54 unique styles, which is why it is sometimes referred to as the Museum of Ancient Chinese Arches.
这座木塔呢，相当于是900多年前古人纯手工打造的一座明武暗寺的9层佛塔。在建造时没有用到一颗铁钉，就用到中国古建中的榫卯咬合，说远看擎天柱，近似百尺帘。
1,000 years ago, there was a lot of conflict and fighting in the area around the tower. So in 1056, when a peace treaty was finally signed, an Empress Dowager suggested that a tower be built in order to wish for further peace in the future. Believe me, I've done my homework on this one. 木塔显得很壮观。
瑞士，你想一想，在1000年以前，周围都没有高的东西，全部是平的，就这么一个塔，这种感觉有点像神迹啊。
木构件好多，鸟也很多。
它形成的这些缝隙就变成了鸟巢，这个是人和自然之间的又一种关系。我觉得也体现了中国的一种传统的一个对人与自然的一种哲学思考。
Now, where I come from in Europe, we have plenty of old buildings, but most of those are made of stone. Some of them are still standing, and a lot are in ruins. This raises a really interesting question, which is how could a wooden building have survived for this long?
有些这个木塔非常神奇，老祖宗传下的有3颗宝柱：避水柱、避丑柱，还有个避火柱。这可是老祖宗留下来的宝贝。
It's unclear whether the folk legend of the 3 beads inside the pagoda is true, but Professor Xu gave me a more scientific explanation as to how the wooden pagoda has remained standing for nearly 1,000 years.
木塔内场玄机，我们顺着这个木梯呢上去看。瑞士小心头啊，上面那个梁比较低。
从外面看起来是5层，但是我听说真的是9层。
外面是5层，里边是9层，其中有4层就是类似这样的结构层。我们现在这一层类似现代结构的行架，你看这有后面加的很多斜撑，这些呢都是为了整个的这个木塔的稳定。这是你看这里边的斗拱呢非常丰富，它有内挑， 和外条。这个外条呢，就形成了很深的屋檐，同时和里边的结构呢，又形成了一个平衡的作用。
Mr. Xu showed me an animation his team had made. From the top, Yingxian Muta resembles an octagonal tube. This tube-in-tube design greatly improves the stability of the tower and ensures that it's still standing even after many years of earthquakes.
这是你看这个木塔的每一个柱、每一个合方、每一个斗拱都不是装饰，用榫卯咬合在一起，
好像人与人之间的关系一样。
是的，像这个木塔能屹立千年不倒，它就是每个构件呢，它互相依赖、互相支撑，每个构件都是守护它的一个卫士，就像你我他一样，一个都不能少。
It's hard to believe that in the year 2056, only 32 years from now, this tower behind me will be 1,000 years old. German writer Goethe once said, "Architecture is music solidified." There are different musicians and musical instruments cooperating to create a perfect symphony together.
When people come to Shanxi Museum, they're always attracted by the bird-shaped pattern hanging in the center of the main hall. Its prototype is a bronze masterpiece that spans thousands of years of history, with the auspicious phoenix bird of the Chinese nation as the main shape, carrying the profound Jin culture. It is the most treasured possession of Shanxi Museum, the bird-shaped Zun vessel of the Marquis of Jin State.
Shuttling and lingering, I stop in front of you. You come from the era in which you lived, while I am here, 1,000 years at a glance. It is you, the bird-shaped Zun vessel of the Marquis of Jin State. For 3,000 years, like an instant, King Wu conquered the Shang dynasty and established the Western Zhou dynasty, divided the king's domain into feudal fiefdoms. During the reign of King Cheng of Zhou dynasty, Shu Yu was granted the title of Tang, and his son Xie Fu changed his vassal state name of Tang to Jin. The 9-character inscription, a ritual vessel made by the Marquis of Jin State for ancestral sacrifice, responds to the world's repeated questioning of history. Now you reside in the elegant temple of civilization, with your bright eyes slightly evaluated, witnessing the ups and downs of Shanxi. When you wake up, you are fragmented and scattered like stars in the soil, leaving traces of time passing through you. When you stand again, restoring your once upright posture, I'm fortunate to meet you and witness your rebirth. The phoenix looks back, while a little bird on its back snuggles up and looks up. There are feather patterns on its neck, belly, and back, cloud patterns on its wings and legs, and standing feather patterns between its wings and canopy. The phoenix's body is plump, with its wings curled up and its legs strong, fan-shaped short tail slightly upturned. Its claws are tightly attached to the ground. The phoenix stands tall with its head held high, looks down upon the world with full confidence, and prepares to take off in silence. Its tail is supported by an elephant head with bright eyes and a curled inward trunk. Today's people do not see the ancient moon, and the moon tonight did light up ancient people ever before. After countless vibrant passage of time, the totems of civilization remain immortal. May your splendid wings forever soar in the sky, enduring wind and rain, and remaining resilient and shining brightly.
That's all for today's Exploring Shanxi.